Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Panda Pong. Today we're going to talk about the forehand underspin loop, and I'm going to invite a couple of my friends who were on the junior national team back in the day in like 2013 or 2012 or so. I don't know the exact date, but they both have USATT profiles on the official webpage, so you can check them out. One is my friend Joy. She's been in previous videos, and she's around 2250, and she's a lefty, so you get to see the other side of the coin, see the mirror image if you're a lefty. And my friend Andrew Chen, who was a butterfly sponsor back in the day, and he was rated around 2450, I think. And yeah, he has a lot of titles to his name, so you can check out his profile on USATT if you care. And he has one of the meanest forehands out there. He claims that only 4 people in the United States can even counterloop with him. So we'll see if that's true. I don't know. He bluffs a lot, so it could be. But yeah, so I'll be showing clips of myself, Andrew, and Joy in this video, and hopefully you can see the differences between all of our loops, although we have the same mechanics, and choose what you think is best. Let's go to a video of myself showing the basic mechanics and general concepts of the forehand underspin loop.
I'm going to break the forehand loop against underspin down into 3 different components, including the stroke, the contact, and the body position. So first, let's talk about the stroke. You can see that my swing is not super big, so that I can keep my acceleration timing on point and not have it all over the place. You can also see that my arm and my elbow snap at the same time with my legs and my hips and my weight transfer from my right foot to my left foot. These all happen simultaneously, and I also squeeze my hand at the contact to get some extra juice on the ball. Also, the stroke direction can vary, but you should follow approximately a 45 diagonal path, 45 degrees, and there can be some curvature in your stroke to create an arc on the ball. And lastly, finish the stroke near your eyebrow level. My next point is about the contact. My friend Andrew has a really solid contact, and he's able to create a lot of power and a lot of spin because of that. So the contact on your racket needs to be very precise, and that means your stroke can't just be the same speed of a swing throughout. So you have to accelerate on impact with the ball. That's how you create topspin and pace. You'll notice that Andrew matches the speed of the incoming ball and accelerates upon contact extremely quickly, and that's what gives him so much power and makes it very hard to block. If you accelerate too early or you start swinging at a full speed before you touch the ball, then it's not going to match, and the ball will be all over the place. Also, you can adjust your contact on the ball for your own preference. So if you grip the ball and then you throw it, there's going to be spin. But if you have more of a punch contact without holding the ball, it's going to be more like a smash. So you can play around with these things to see what's ideal for you, and you can also adjust them in games against different opponents, seeing what they prefer and doing the opposite of that. So the last point about contact is letting the ball eat into the sponge of the rubber so that you can throw the ball. This is kind of important, and it takes a lot of experience to understand, but letting the ball really sink into your rubber is what's going to give you a very loopy feel. Once you learn how to loop underspin very consistently, you can start to incorporate them into regular drills. Like here, Andrew and I are doing serve underspin, loop the underspin push, and then 2-2, like backhand, forehand. So it can be effective to do in your practice, and it's more realistic for a game. The very last point is about body position. Joy has really good positioning, and she's able to use her footwork to get into the right spot to loop every underspin, as you can see in this drill. So make sure the ball is in front of your chest and it's not too far to the side of your body. A lot of people like to extend their arm fully and then swing at the ball way too far away from their body, and that's going to not give you as much torque because you can't exert the same amount of force. So there's not going to be as much speed, spin, pace on the ball. Also, your legs need to be bent down more for an underspin loop compared to a topspin loop. You have to use your butt a lot and store the energy there and unleash it as you strike the ball. So that's going to give you the momentum so you can clear the net because you have to overcome the underspin. That means that your center of mass needs to be closer to the ground for the topspin loop. Your weight should be leaving your back foot and entering your front foot upon contact, and a common mistake is leaving your weight stuck on your back foot. And if that happens, your stroke recovery is going to be inefficient and you're not going to be able to get ready for the next ball. Follow through on your left or front foot.
Alright guys, looping underspin is one of the most difficult things in table tennis, and it takes months sometimes for people to learn. And there are still people that have been playing for years that can't adequately loop underspin. So don't be frustrated if you can't do it at first, but just try to follow the 3 concepts I laid out in this video, and that should get you there if you practice enough. And some general tips on how to practice. Andrew Chen says that he thinks the most important thing for underspin loop is to go forward. So he's very focused on the stroke and you need to brush the ball forward. Joy says that what she focuses on is getting behind the ball. So she is very good at positioning her body to be directly behind the ball so that you can create enough torque versus reaching out like this or being too close. You want to be behind and use your body. And then my tip is about the contact. I think you need to make a solid brushing contact so you can make spin and have net clearance so that the ball doesn't just sink every time. Some general tips, in music, whenever you can't do something at full speed, you should always slow down and do it at, a slower beats per minute. Same thing here. So if you can't do it with heavy underspin, very fast underspin, rapid pace multi-ball, then do it slow and ask the feeder to give you less underspin or the pusher to give you less underspin, and don't try to add too much power at the beginning. Just brush the ball and make the ball clear the net, get your body in the right position, use a good stroke going forward, and eventually you can up the acceleration, up the speed, and you'll get more power. So those are my tips. Let me know if you have any questions or suggestions for my next video. Have a good start of the next semester if you're a student, or continue having success at your job. That was awkward. Anyway, like, subscribe, share. Thank you.